and thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Taylor, and today, as you probably already know, I'm just going to be sketching in my sketchbook as well as painting. So I've been feeling like very uncreative, and I've actually just been really busy and not really able to do my art, but I've been feeling the need to take a break, so that is why I haven't been as well doing art, but it's been nice to kind of get back into it just by sketching and not doing anything too serious or too difficult. I'm drawing these little like puff cloud characters that I started drawing while bored at work, and I was like, I'm just gonna add some of these to my sketchbook because these will be something I kind of always remember at the times when I was at work kind of super bored or whatever. So yeah, and I didn't really know what to do for a video because, like I said, I've just been creatively like not doing so well. So I was like, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, like it can be something so simple. So here is this video, and here's these little characters. I really like them. I may turn some of them into stickers, I don't know, but yeah. So, like I said before, I have not been doing my art. I haven't made a video in quite some time, and that is because I got a new job, which has been taking up so much of my time. And, it was something that I decided to do just because I was kind of getting, I don't know if I would say like burned out with my art, but I just was not happy doing the things that I was doing when it comes to my art. When it like comes to commissions and stuff like that, and I really just wanted a break and kind of like a relief from doing it. So I decided to get a job as well to just kind of help myself get back into the world, because working for myself for the past almost 3 years, I kind of began just being a lot more to myself. And so yeah, I got a job, and it's been quite the change in my life, just getting used to a schedule and getting used to talking to people, and being around people a lot more than I normally am. And it is difficult, but as well, I'm just really grateful to have a job, and it's a really cool environment that I kind of get to be in. So I feel lucky, but hopefully I will get back into doing my art a little bit more, and maybe taking a little less hours with my job. But for now, I kind of am just working, and I'm kind of just like sketching and taking a step back. But hopefully that in the long run will help me improve my art. these little guys I decided to call my puff clouds, and I actually thought about maybe turning one of these into a sticker. So if you think that would be a good idea, let me know down below, and if there's like enough people that think it may be a good one, I would love to make a sticker design of one of these little guys. I think they're so cute, and yeah, I don't know, I think they're pretty self-explanatory about what their vibes are. So yeah, if you think they should be a sticker, please let me know down below. So for the eyes, I decided that I wanted to paint them, and I at first was going to paint them with acrylic because I actually just absolutely hate acrylic nowadays. And I thought, you know, I need to start using acrylic a little bit more. It's a little bit more accessible and easier to use. So I kind of was like, I need to get comfortable with it. And then I was like, you know what? I actually don't need to do that. Um, so I just used some of my water mixable oil colors. These are becoming one of my favorite mediums just because they are awesome. They mix like oils, but you just don't have to use terpenoid or any type of oil thinner or paint thinner. So they're awesome, and I decided to not put any gesso onto the piece of paper. So basically the oil would be absorbed easier and the paint would dry faster. So it didn't take long for this oil paint to dry, especially compared to a previous painting that I did in this sketchbook. I used the water mixable oil, but I put gesso onto the paper, and it took forever for the paint to dry. It took probably a couple days, but that was with me like putting it in front of a fan and putting it in the sun and doing all that, allowing it to kind of dry a little bit faster. So, you know, if you want to use oils in your sketchbook or like water mixable oils, just maybe don't gesso if you cannot stand waiting long for the paint to dry. But for me, I feel like it's worth it. I was just like, whatever, I want to paint some eyes, and I really don't want to use acrylic. I just don't. And you know, for me, my biggest downfall with acrylic is like the whole like paint drying on the palette, not necessarily even the paint like drying super fast on the actual like painting. The paint drying on the palette is just insane to me, like the amount of paint you have to mix, and it's just crazy. I don't know. And I began with acrylic, and I just kind of found other mediums that I kind of like a lot more, but I still do always here and there go back to acrylic paintings, especially when it comes to commissions, but that's a whole other thing. But yeah, try these on your sketchbook. They're fun. I really liked these and just enjoyed playing around with different palettes and skin tones and shading. I really was like going into this so unplanned. I had no idea really what colors I was going for. I just like mixed stuff together and added things until it looked a little bit good. So for this second set of eyes, I went with more of like these like darker lilac shadows, and then this like yellow and orange look. I don't know, but please let me know down below what is your favorite eye set. For me personally, I think I like the bottom ones that I'm going to be doing soon, or the top. I don't know. So please let me know down below. I want to know which set of eyes you like the best. So now I'm just kind of adding the lighter color and the more highlighted areas to this set of eyes, and then I'm kind of going to be moving on from this side of this spread just because I'm going to allow these paints to dry before adding the irises and the pupils onto them. So I'm kind of just adding some last minute touches, some last minute shading and highlights. I wanted to add some darker areas to the tops of the eyes to kind of make it look like the eyelids are obviously over the eyes, and just small little details like that. And then as well, I just added some eyebrows. I did some pretty goofy, kind of like cartoon style eyebrows because I have no really small, delicate, like size brushes right now. I need to invest in some of those. I just haven't lately. But yeah, so I'm kind of now just going to let this side dry for a little bit and move on to the other side, but just going to finish up these brows. So for the other side of this spread, I decided to actually use watercolor, which is something I don't use too often. I absolutely love watercolor illustrations. I think they're so adorable, and I admire watercolor illustrators and artists just because I find it to be such a difficult medium personally. And I hope to one day be able to maybe master it, but for now it's fun to just play and kind of practice with watercolors in the sketchbook. So I decided to just add some vibrance, and I literally turned them into like rainbow puff clouds or whatever. So yeah, I really actually like the way this turned out, and although I still really am not the best at blending with watercolor, I am happy with how these came out. I think they're really cute. So now that I've allowed these eyes to dry for a little bit, I was able to add some lashes and some other details because, like I said earlier, I didn't use any gesso, so the oil paint did dry within a couple hours, and I was able to add this new layer on, which was super awesome. And yeah, I just added in some irises and stop them from looking like creepy, like white eyes. To make the spread a little bit more cohesive, I decided to add some of the smoke onto the other side of the spread, onto the side with the eyes. I just kind of used colors that I felt kind of tied in together to the side with the cartoon characters and to the side with the eyes. So it just kind of allowed the entire 2 pages to kind of come together and work kind of as one. And then I as well added glitter because I have an issue with that. I add glitter when glitter doesn't really need to always be added, but I do like the way it came out on here. So, I gotta add some glitter. So I am just about done with this sketch, and I am just adding in a few more spots with glitter. But before showing you guys the final look of this spread, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about myself and my business. So, like I said before, my name is Taylor, and I am a illustrator from the Bay Area, and I have been working on my career as a freelance artist for the past 3 years, and I just wanted to shout out my Etsy shop I have and show you guys where to go if you want to find any merchandise, any original paintings, illustrations, prints, and all of that you can find over there. And as well, follow me on Instagram. I have videos that I post daily as well. You can reach out to me on there for commissions. And without further ado, here is the final illustration with this sketchbook.